And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Arizona State's offense takes the field. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered. Secondary, any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him, mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press him and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times, because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to that guy.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
If you want to test the physicality of a defense, get the toss play going. Get the outside run game working, because those DBs are going to have to find ways to fight off blocks, and you're going to find out just how badly these little guys want to put their face in the fan.
The Sun Devils, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll give it to him again. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Leaves it with the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Toss to the left. Turning it on!
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. Was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They want to run it left here. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. And the Sun Devils want to crank the tempo. They give it to him again. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Finds a crease at the 20. Slippery.
And this offense just made their first statement, the first drive. 4th down. What are we going to do? We're going to be aggressive. Not only that, they get the touchdown. They're rewarded. What a hot start for this offense.
They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. So the Wake Demon Deacons offense has the ball for the first time. pass for better starting field position for this offense. The inside handoff. And the first play is stuffed, and the visitors know they're not exactly being welcomed in this place.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
Power football with the run. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Here comes the heat. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that's why you got to avoid third and long situations if you're on offense, because the defense knows it's pass, and all these guys are pinning their ears back. They're getting upfield, and you're under so much duress. On top of that, you give up a fumble. That is a huge play for the defense.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll run the toss. Plows through the defense. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Sun Devils want to pick up the tempo.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get...
Oh, he's got some space. And they get him down. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Tight end now in motion. On the ground, it's Hill. He's going to come up just a bit short. It'll bring up fourth down from the 43. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. The give on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. 3rd and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse. Gets away from one. He's got space. There he goes. The 30. The 10. Touchdown, Arizona State. Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
They get the football, but I think they touched it too soon. Flag on the field, and I believe it's coming back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He'll start this drive going to the air. Throwing right. Makes the catch. It's Madden. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Looking for a productive play on first down. To the air on first down. Pressure in his face, and he lets him fly.
Well, the defense has been able to get after this guy early and often in this game, and it's affecting his accuracy, and it's affecting this offense's ability to throw the football consistently.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Dorsey. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They've come out red hot already with a 14-3 lead. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They'll leave it with him. Got the first down. Looking for more. He's out of bounds after the good pickup, and what a way to end the first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking for space. It's Hills. Got the first down and more. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And once he found open space, the man might as well start playing. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling.
And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football.
He'll take the deep shot. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Demon Deacons will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Breaks into the open. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back like that, too, that can create that space for you. Now, if you're the play caller, your entire playbook is wide open.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. On the direct snap, it's Hill. Keeps it. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Arizona State.
I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end, but forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on fourth down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Wants to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone. Touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think.
Turning it on! They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Lining up in the wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. So they come to the line, and the wildcat going to give him a different look. Direct snap. They'll break out the wildcat to try to move the chains. Motion from the wideout. Back has it. Find some fresh air. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He fires one deep down the right side. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lining up in the wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Dorsey. The wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity.
Headed to the end zone, and you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
One of the things I love about reverse plays is you take advantage of the defense's fast flow. When they saw the ball going one way, everybody started running at it. And all of a sudden they flip it to the receiver on the reverse going back the other way. He's got way too much speed for anybody to catch up. It's a really good play call and good timing on that play call as well.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the 2nd quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wake.
Man, you just know that offense, they needed that touchdown to try to build some momentum. Hasn't really been going great early in this game, but a nice job being physical at the point of attack and pay it off with the score. And maybe that's just the play they needed to turn this thing around.
And he made the extra point without problem. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Here they're trying to get to the edge. Turns it on at midfield. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. Looking for a gap. It's Dorsey. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Toss to the outside. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Well, the head coach told us in pregame he liked the way his defense's speed matched up, and it's really hard to get the edge against these guys.
Yeah, and everybody wants to run outside and get their fast guys in space, but you look at how fast these backers close and run to the football, it looks like you've got a little bit of space out wide, and then, boom, it's gone in a hurry.
They're 3 for 4 on 4th down in this one, and they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Blasted as he lets it go. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Looking downfield on 1st down. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Here's the pressure. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team, true to its name, as they make the grab and get the ball. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Demon Deacons with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And as he throws, right on the money. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Guys, this offense is already reeling down. Multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. West Virginia looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Mountaineers. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Heck of a showing. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that. It sounds as if they had a good one there. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. And the Sun Devils are in the hurry-up. The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Soft spot in the middle. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding. Offense.
Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. The offense set for a first down play. Looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Looking to fire. Using his feet to buy time. And some room to work. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Sun Devils have this offense rolling.
With a big opportunity in the red zone.
He's got it on the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. He caught it. Touchdown, Arizona State. And the stomping has commenced.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They're like the kid at the playground that just does not want to share their ball with anybody else and play in the sandbox. They've got a crazy lead, and still, head coach decides to go out, onside kick, they get it, and they maintain with possession. It's crazy.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And the extra point is good. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Wants to go up top. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. And the Demon Deacons send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. No fair catches here, looking for room. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt.
Looking to take a shot. Snags it on the right. Running free. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Arizona State! This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Well, great job by the hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
Looking to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
The name of the game is protecting your quarterback. He can't have success or complete passes on his back. Let's get the quick passing game going, maybe hand the football off. But whatever we're doing, let's go the opposite direction.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Oh, if only he wore a half-size smaller shoe, maybe he keeps that foot in bounds and complete in the end zone. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how it...
He's going for it all. Makes a grab along the left sideline for the huge gain. Touchdown, Sun Devils. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. They'll start this drive going to the air. Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The give to the tailback. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He might want another play. Wants to throw on first down. He lets one fly deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, Arizona State! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. UTSA looked less like a pack of road runners and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough in San Antonio, and today they found a way outside of the Alamo Dome. All that speculation all week, and now we know. And something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpoint?
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. The Demon Deacons will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at them. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Hills. And they don't pick up anything right there, but at least they avoid getting tackled in their own end zone. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Hills. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Hills. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far. So
Time to take a shot. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Sun Devils. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll try to pop the draw, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. It's a draw. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Demon Deacons decide to punt it away. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
He put some heat on that one down the middle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for 2nd down. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Wake. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. Still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Making side adjustments here. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for a big play downfield. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got the first down and more. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Fighting off the defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
It's complete on the right side. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Demon Deacons will punt it away on 4th down. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They bring the punter onto the field now. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too.
There he goes. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stops. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
And the Demon Deacons will snap it on 1st and 10. Under fire. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to...
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. On the run, it's Higgins. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Sun Devils moving quickly to the line. To the ground, he's got it again. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and trying to ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do. Yeah,
and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Powers through. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Someone say run out the clock. Someone say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
One more play to pad the stats. Looking downfield on 1st down. they won the game today, that's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.